Spiral, 2 Jews, 2 mics, 2 hours, starting now.
Yeah, Wolfman Jack here. It's Wolfman Jack here, 11 a.m. Yeah, what's your request? What's your request for Wolfman Jack? I'm Larry King. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hello.
Woo, go Bucks. Woo, go Bucks.
What's your question? What's your question?
Go Bucks. Woo. What does Wolfman think about Giannis? Woo.
Hey, I do want to congratulate the Milwaukee Bucks.
Now they can sleep.
Wait, how's that sound? Can you make one like that? Like I'm annoying.
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the raw material.
You know what? For 1 second there, I felt like I was a part of it.
Yeah, you are. You are a part.
Not really. You have
in spirit. Okay.
You have to do the legwork. And when I say legwork, make it sexual. Why are you playing with your leg while you're supposed to be making the stings? Good morning.
Hi, Andy.
Happy New Year. Or
Shana Tova.
As I'm still writing on my checks, it's not near Rosh Hashanah time.
Right.
How are you? How are you this week?
I'm okay, I guess.
I don't think so.
Well,
you see, I watched a lot of true crime, right?
Yeah.
So if I was gonna, first of all, if I was gonna give you a test for your lie detecting,
right,
and I was a cop, it would be crooked, and I'd be setting you up. And
nothing spikes a lie detector like the sound.
But is it what's wrong? Is it personal? Is it of course it's personal. What else would it be? No, some of my public things are going wrong.
It's Kevin McCarthy's disingenuous outrage.
It really bothers you.
Yes. No, I'm still dealing with the back issues.
And what? Oh, okay. And is it getting worse? Staying the same?
I would say it's trending very slowly better.
Hey, that's good. What happened?
What do you mean?
I mean, did you do something, or are you just
no? I mean, my back has been extra fucked up the last week.
Yeah, man.
So way beyond my regular fucked up.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
You sounded like a disgruntled disc jockey.
No, I just don't feel great about talking about my back pain.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to talk about it.
It's not interesting, is my point.
No, but I had something very interesting to say about it. I was looking up, as you asked me to, acetaminophen and Allerest. I couldn't think of a second joke.
Yeah.
What would be a funnier second?
Second to acetaminophen?
Yeah, something.
I don't know.
You see what my problem is?
Yeah.
It's not fair to ask someone to come up with a joke from nothing.
Yeah.
I asked you from nothing.
I mean, I could come up with any number of medicines and none of them would make it a joke is the problem.
Well, how about, when I was in London last, we were crazy
it's
about
acetaminophen plus a touch of honey.
When I was in London last, we were all over paracetamol, and I thought it was some kind of special thing that the British had discovered, but no, it was something with acetaminophen. And then they said, hey, watch how much of that you take per day. This acetaminophen and per paracetamol. Don't get ahead of yourself.
You guys have so much fun.
Oh, that's why I wrote the book about Europe.
Yeah.
You never read my book? My sinus issues.
All right.
Kilkenny.
On $1,000 a day.
Do you have Drist? So I asked the guy, chapter 5. I asked the guy a simple question. Do you have Dristan?
So we call it Dristain over here.
And so next thing I know, boom, punches me. The guy clocks me. Come on, that's good journal stuff.
Oh, I thought there was more.
Okay, no. Hey, I wanted to say to you, I don't know, I'm not going to brag, but I listen to a lot of music choice over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's the radio on your TV.
And I will tell you something. I don't. They must pay a lot for photos because they get some good shots.
Yeah.
There's a shot. I love Mark Knopfler. He's one of my favorite guys in the world. And they have this one shot of him with a headband around his head.
Yeah.
And it does not look attractive.
It's like, yeah, because he has like mid-'80s Larry David hair.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. It's not. And so you start to get angry if you listen to it too much. But Jacob Dylan's new song, I Gave You Roots. I mean, he is on fire. And I'm not being honest. And I was just wondering, that has got to make his father at some point feel like a failure in a way. Like, what's fucking Bob Dylan done with Jacob Dylan?
I bet he's over that now, but I absolutely feel like the first Wallflowers surge in popularity spurred old Bob on.
Oh, yeah, I think it did. I was hoping you would go into a bitter Bob Dylan.
Nah.
Oh, but could you sense what I was doing?
Well, I had an actual point to make, so I didn't want to sacrifice it.
That's true. But I would never. I thought it'd be obvious because I would never make a comment like that.
How about you just don't let my name come out of your mouth? How about that?
I never understood that one where they say don't put your name in my mouth. Why is that supposed to be a why is that bad?
Because
don't put your name in my mouth.
That's how low your mouth is. Your mouth does not deserve.
Bob Dylan is a hack. Bob Dylan is a hack. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Robert Dylan is a hack. All in the doo-dah day. Hey, Bob, you're 80 years old. That's not like being 64.
If you don't think there's a sting in there.
I know. I just felt it. I absolutely felt no difference. I almost, my heart stopped. Like when you're a little kid and you realize you're going to die. You go, am I going to live forever? Oh, no.
No, but
and then I said 80. Oh, yeah. I don't like it. I want to live near the old Sportsman's Lodge. That's where I want to end up. Oh, that was depressing. Not the old, no, the
little journey you went on in your head, not our conversation.
Journey.
Yeah.
No, not the journey I went on in my head. Hey, 64. Hey, like, you know how funny it was when you don't know, but anybody who's reached 64 and then you think of the Paul McCartney song, you go, hey, I get it now.
Yeah.
It was a bad song then. Now it's really an unpleasant song.
And
you wouldn't argue that's a good song.
And I don't even have grandchildren on my knee.
Sheila, Herbie, and Fred. Ba-doop, ba-doop, beep, ba-deep, beep. Josh and Allison and a threesome. Why? Why bring Allison in? Because I'm angry at her. Would it kill her to listen to some of our stings?
Would it kill you to listen to some of our stings without me sending them individually from the show?
I almost choked on my coffee with that one. I'm drinking excellent coffee, and I recommend it to you. It's called Sight Glass.
Yeah.
Coffee. And I gave Rob's Beans a shout out on my internet live show, which everyone's talking about.
Which I just found out about this morning.
Come on, how can you can't be? I've done it 3 times already.
Yeah, well, I hope you'll have fun.
Are you playing the aggrieved person who's not on the receiving end of 62 people?
I am, show? Yes. That's my character for the day. Especially after your little Joel Madison display.
I had that play in the papers or something.
I didn't.
I keep thinking, it's so funny. I keep thinking that there's a whole community of people who react, and somehow what they're all reacting to you.
Yeah.
Somehow.
No.
But that's not true.
It's not true.
No. All right. Well, what other kind of paranoid fantasy?
The only thing going on behind your back is the production of this show.
I love a parade. That's why I've upped my game, I believe.
Yeah, because of your time with Megan.
Well, all I'm saying is I produced that show, and there's no skin off my neck.
Yeah.
It goes out immediately after. It's out right now. It's circulating around. Right now, as we're talking, that's making money for me. My other show, my Instagram. Is it Instagram?
It's Intubam.
Intubation. I can't stand them. Why? Pourquoi the planes? I mean, no one told me when I moved in here. You didn't say one thing, Andy, before you decide to move here. It's like it's like a launching pad. It's like Jeff Bezos. It's like Bezos is heading out 3 times a day with his ultra blow rocket.
It's worse than all the boats when you lived at the beach.
Why would they weren't bad, right?
No, that was a joke. I wasn't even there.
Did you like Bezos' floppy hat?
I was dressed like an astronaut and a cowboy. And then I got on a giant penis and I went to space. Well, it wasn't exactly space, but it was pretty close.
You had a good time up there, though, huh?
Yes, I did. I saw the Earth. There were no borders.
There's
no borders on Earth. And it's just a very fragile little place.
You act like a small child who overvalues. You act like a 4-year-old who's overvaluing his own contribution to the space flight.
Please go aerospace.
You didn't have anything to do with it, Jeffy. Little Jeffy.
It was fantastic. I was an astronaut and a cowboy.
No, you were not. You did. What did you do that indicates you're an astronaut?
I went to space in a penis. I wore a cowboy hat and an astronaut suit.
I'd like to go to. That's what
and
I was
then I went
hoping.
trick-or-treating.
I don't want you to feel bad, Jeff, but that hat made you look like an idiot.
Someone said I looked like wavy gravy.
Okay, that was me.
I almost died, Josh. I swear to God.
Killed by wavy gravy.
I do it are you looking forward to getting back up there?
I'm on the next flight. I'm booked.
No, but seriously, Jeff, would you go back tomorrow if you could?
I would fuel it up. I'm there. This time I'm going to be a motorcycle cop.
Richest man in the world. How does it work, that plan? What was the technology?
It was built on the backs of the workers.
Oh, no, I'm not asking you that. I was talking. No, I meant how does it function, physics-wise or...
It was a rocket. It went up.
And have you learned, being the richest baby in the world, have you learned a lot about the space program?
Well, I learned enough.
And so is your plan that every man, woman, and child gets... That's the way, as excited as he sounds, as if everyone's going to go...
Everyone's going. Just hang on.
How much is it now?
It's $1 billion.
And so it's coming down.
Soon it will be at just $1 trillion. It's the economy of scale.
And you're talking as somebody, I'm talking to Josh now, somebody who used to love the space program. Does this? What do you think of the new phase?
You know what? I don't have as big a problem with it as a lot of people.
I don't have a problem with the thing that's going on. That's good, right?
Yeah.
What? How many people can reuse a rocket? I have never reused anything.
Right.
Even my plastic.
Right. You can't even keep a water bottle.
I don't want to say that. I keep a water bottle for 3 days. All of a sudden, I got FDA.gov on my ass.
Suddenly, I've got Legionnaire's disease in a canteen.
I just love that he is now not even a person anymore. He is just the origin of that brand of non-humor.
Yeah. Pretty much anything with syllables.
Yeah. But this guy, I got a consonant over here. I got a consonant looking for a vowel.
By the way, that bit we just did was like the opposite of the 2,000-year-old man.
I know. And to me, I felt I don't know if I was Carl Reiner. I think
you were Carl Reiner.
Carl Reiner.
You were Carl Reiner there, yeah.
That's right, exactly. Well,
Carl Reiner, ladies and gentlemen.
I just like to do a takeoff on. And so what happened? And so he's very. And now this man seems to be extremely old. Wow. I don't want to put them down because I'm not putting them down.
No,
but I'm so afraid to say any opinion now. I think of myself as here's me as Lenny Bruce. Hey, am I going to get arrested tonight? Has anyone? Hey, Hey, Eddie, is that guy a fucking cop? Oh! I didn't say anything. That's me. It's Lenny Kindler. It's Lenny Bruce. I didn't say anything. You got nothing on me, copper. They're very different. It's like Goodfellas meets Lenny Bruce. What's that helicopter sound? Oh, that felt good. We had a couple of good riffs there. Is today isn't the day that you said where they do the trim the trees because the next day the gardening is coming? That's not today, right?
No, Tuesday is the noisy day.
All right. Then what's going on? I'm almost done with my documentary about the turkey and the straw guy, so
that's good.
We're going to have a lot of extra. I feel like I haven't talked to you.
You don't have Hulu, is that correct?
No, we were looking last night, though.
Yeah. You're shopping.
Because
app shopping.
Yeah, because I got the Apple. The first thing I watched a show on Apple TV, and I cannot remember one thing about it.
That's a lot of my watching goes that way recently. But I did watch the McCartney 3-2-1 thing.
Bring me back up to date on that.
That's Hulu, and it's a 6-part. He and Rick Rubin sitting in front of a mixing console talking about the Beatles music, basically.
Oh, that's pretty cool. It could be.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's they could have used a third person who wasn't Rick Rubin, because Rick Rubin was basically, as I said on Twitter, spent a lot of time being a more sophisticated version of Chris Farley in that sketch.
And I don't remember the sketch.
Remember that time you were in the Beatles? Yeah, that was great.
I don't remember that.
And it was kind of that. And by the way, someone stole that tweet. An actual a journalist who follows me basically stole that in his review of the thing.
Well, what do you mean? They couldn't. If they follow you, they would be like, you would know it doesn't sound good.
Yeah. I don't really want to out them, but I saw it last night. I was like, yeah, that was a total lift.
Well,
you know how I know it's an absolute total lift is because I said in the tweet, I said it was like Farley in the elevator with McCartney, and someone told me afterwards, you're misremembering it. It was actually a talk show format. So he stole the Farley in the elevator thing as well.
Hey, as a true crime aficionado, I know that's you. When someone remembers something that only they could have known.
Yeah, I had like about a 10-minute thing last night of like, how can I punish him for this?
Is it someone that you wouldn't have? I mean, I don't expect people.
It's not someone. It's not someone I know, but it's someone who I follow and he follows me.
Wow, I kind of want to know, but off pod, but then I'm kind of afraid to have that information.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
It's so weird when people do that, and especially I like when someone. I don't want to say it's that this was as great amazing breakthrough of the case, like on the kid's court. I mean, that was maybe the greatest.
That was the greatest piece of jurisprudence.
I don't think anybody has ever fooled a 5 or 6 year old like that ever.
Not since the Brady Bunch, where they threw a ball at the guy with the neck brace.
And I really don't know that, but I got the sense of what that would be like.
Yeah.
Oh man, you did a lot of watching of shows. That's the
McCartney thing was if you're if you're totally into the Beatles, it's a good watch, because anytime you're sort of breaking down the mix of a song, you're hearing it differently, and suddenly you're hearing the parts, and it's kind of cool. And it's cool to watch McCartney get off on himself. His bass parts from 50 years ago,
Oh, cool. So he does not come up. So he comes off like you want to hear him.
No, he was great. I thought there was plenty of times where there was like, Rick Rubin staring at him going, isn't that great? And he's kind of like, yeah, I think, yeah.
Well, Jen Kirkman recommended
but
another
McCartney
show.
was mostly hearing he was hearing the flaws.
Oh.
Because he didn't remember, he didn't remember those because they get buried in the mix.
Oh, wow. So, okay, if I get this right, is Rick Rubin, is he pulling them out?
Yeah, he's pulling up the mix of each, he's pulling up the tracks on each of these songs, and he's literally taking the roll of tape with the notes of what each track are and putting them on the board.
God, that sounds great. Although I say I would listen to that, but I'm not sure how.
It's nerdy, but it's it's Beatles nerdy. And in fact, I learned like maybe 2 facts over the course of 3 hours. One of them being that, and do not say scrambled eggs again.
I almost did. I
heard it. Was that the solo on Hard Day's Night? That one?
Right, which I love.
Was actually recorded at half speed, an octave down.
Can I do my impression of that?
Sure.
Boom, 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 boom. Ba 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 boom.
That wasn't half time, no.
Oh, come on, do it. Then you do it.
Do you really want me to do it?
Yeah.
Let's get the original first. And then boom, doo 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 doo. Doodle diddle doodle did doodle did doodle doom doom. And I still did it too fast because my ear just couldn't change it in my head.
So good. You're like Rick Rubin, and I'm a moron. I'm playing the role of the guy. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it, Josh. It was 3:00 in the studio. I said, George Ball. I said, George Ball, why don't you put a little xylophone? Who's in the Beatles sound like that?
No,
nobody does.
No. Maybe that was Stuart Sutcliffe.
Oh, I was in Liverpool, but
there was a lot of the show where it's Rick Rubin telling Paul McCartney why the Beatles were great.
Is Rick Rubin good with? I mean, I love that. I love the way he produces. Is he good with his voice? I mean, as a talker,
not really.
Yeah, it's not easy to do these.
It's not easy to do that types of things, but he was more. I think, like I said, they could use an additional person. To lob some better questions in. Yeah. Because Rick Rubin is an artist in his own right or something. I don't know what I'm saying. Just someone. But it was it was a little too. I mean, how can you not be starry-eyed sitting there with, a Beatle dissecting Beatles music? I couldn't have done it. But you're so good looking in person. You devil. Paul, you were in the same room with John Lennon for years. What was that like? Do we have someone else around? Paul, how many women just a ballpark figure, how many women do you sleep with? That's not a very nice question now, is it? I got a little sick in my stomach. Like as if if I screwed up something like that with someone famous. You're trying to get me in trouble with my current wife. I forgot who your current wife is. I forgot too. I believe it's Nancy Shkreli, something like that. Do you still talk to Heather at all? No, I don't. This is the worst sketch I've ever done. We're good though. I think. Did they have a kid though? He and Heather. Oh, that I don't know. I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. I know that he has a daughter named Mary who's a designer. I know these things. I'm not going to. There's a show Jen Kirkman recommended to me though that I started listening to that was kind of interesting about why they broke up. These two people who are hosting it, why the Beatles broke up. It was very, very interesting. Although it's so weird. I don't like the expression push back. Yeah. If I said to you, now let me push back on that, Josh. Okay. I'd be in a defensive pose. Right. Because it's but maybe that's because they come from a world I don't come from, which is like politics. The first person I ever heard say that was Barack Obama. Yeah. Let me push back on that. Yeah. But it did sound interesting because the idea, obviously all the things, it makes sense that the things you think
were the reason why they broke. Because Yoko once.
No, it was Alan Klein and.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. But they posit that also John Lennon didn't necessarily want to break up, and then he kind of went too far. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. You know what's not interesting? Me relating the podcast. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah, but I'm just. I mean, I think they all wanted to break up at that point.
Oh, I think so, but
maybe least of all Paul.
Right, but I think what they're saying is like they were reading from that Hunter Davies book was like John Lennon really did love hanging around with those guys. You know, I don't know what I'm saying.
Well,
folks.
We have the Peter Jackson documentary to sift through coming up.
Oh, when is it coming out?
I think around Christmas.
Okay, I gotta. But for a long time, I really didn't want to hear. I'm sure you're the same way. I didn't want to hear anything about the Beatles. Not really. No, I've always wanted to, but
I don't think I have the same brand of emotion invested in the Beatles as you. I'm totally invested, but not like they have anything to do with me personally.
Right, because they're too. I would argue this is they are too attached to my early life for me to like. I love the songs. She Loves You, yeah, because I remember it was one of the first songs I was into.
Yeah.
So you can't later tell me, Andy, not the best song.
Right.
No, you can't tell me.
I won't try then.
Except when I never liked songs like Chains. I don't think they even wrote that. But I mean, there are some songs I could say to myself, I probably never liked that.
Run for Your Life should be canceled.
That's the run. I will get you in the end. I will get you in the end, little girl. It's like almost disturbing.
I would rather see you dead, little girl, than to be with another man. Just that's out of the chute.
What kind of men writes that? Is that a McCartney thing? Who knows? Sounds like a Lennon thing.
It was a Lennon song.
Why, John? Why? Get you with another man. That's the end. A little. I bet he wasn't happy with that song.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean those songs.
I mean, I don't think he considered it among his best.
Well, these little songs. At some point, calling the girls little girls and chasing them down lyrics.
Yeah.
If I catch you with another man, I'm going to shoot you in the head. A little girl, bang, 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 ticky, 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 boop. See, it's the solo that makes you go, it's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, things have changed. I as a Grateful Dead song, as a Grateful Dead fanatic, even when I first heard it, I didn't try to be an apologist for we can share the women, we can share the wine. Even when I heard that in 1970, whatever, I said, that's not good. What do you mean you could share the women? What is that what you're saying? Hey, come on, man. Shut up, Kindler.
Don't bogart that woman.
Yeah, Kindler. Fuck it. You wouldn't sleep with Mountain Girl? Or something like that. Is that your impression of a mountain goat?
That was Mountain Girl. That was my Mountain Girl impression. Just to give it some audio scenery.
I like when you go for a terroir. You try to have a terroir for the joke.
Yes.
Oh, that was fun. Why don't I analyze it more? Oh, that was a fun opening to what could have been a very tough morning because of all the. Has there anything? Have you ventured out and can report? Because now I think we're going to get trapped back in. But have you had any ventured out experiences where you went, "Yep, this is why I miss the world"?
No, not really. No.
Okay.
Well, going out to lunch. I'm having lunch tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
So we'll see how that goes.
And were you disappointed?
But I feel like I've tasted the world now.
What are you, Frank Sinatra?
Yes.
I've been up and down and in and out. And you know one thing. I had a question for you and I went out. Oh, were you disappointed in the basketball? Was it best they were down 2-0 Milwaukee, right?
Right.
And everyone was rooting for Phoenix.
I don't know that everyone was rooting for Phoenix, but I was kind of rooting for Phoenix, but I wasn't feeling it strongly because it's Phoenix. But I did like their team a lot.
And did it end up being best of 7?
Well, yeah, they started.
No. I mean, how did it end up? Was it 4-2 or 4-3?
4-2.
Oh, wasn't. In other words, Phoenix folded like a cheap suit.
Yeah, something like
along
that.
those lines.
Yeah.
He folded worse than the short pants at Jimmy O's. Come on, there's a good joke there. I still want to use the joke that a friend of mine gave me because I've been doing comedy at TJ Maxx. I'm a paid irregular.
Uh-huh.
You know, I decided, I just want to let you know, you'll be happy to know that I'm not going to be pushing the silence bit much because I know it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not a good audio bit, really.
Ooh, that was a laugh like I was a sidekick who was just getting tired of my job. William B. Williams.
I thought it was your audition for the dinner theater production of Arthur on the Rocks.
Yak-a-tat-tat-tat. If you get up between... This is the Christopher Cross. If you get up between the moon and you see it.
I know it's crazy,
Yeah.
but it's true.
Today on Preschool Singers.
Today on Phonetic Impressions.
I like preschool singers. Now, how long?
Why'd you get caught between the moon and
when did you decide
cowboy
that
hat?
you liked Christopher? Timmy, come
What?
here. I'm trying to interview
Yes.
you. Timmy,
Yes.
when did you decide that you liked Christopher Cross?
Well, it's hard to say. I think it was sailing.
You like the sailing album?
Sailing,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. But not, but okay, that's pretty sophisticated for a young kid.
Not to say I don't like Carol Bell Sager.
Who?
Carol Bell Sager.
I don't understand. You're so young
Yeah.
and cute that I can't figure out what you're saying. I think you're saying Carol Bear
I don't have all
Sager.
my teeth in.
You don't have all your teeth.
No.
Have I turned into a low rent Abbott?
No, I feel like you're at least Dan Rowan.
I miss those two. Not really, but I wish forget it. Diagnosis, murder. You just have the diagnosis is back.
Have you latched on to this show now?
No.
Okay.
I can't get that episode out of my mind.
Okay.
I keep looking back at the stills of Dom DeLuise. I can't believe. I think of Scott Baio could have been played by Adam Ferrara, but I don't think that would mean anything to you, that reference.
Not really, no.
Not really means I think you have heard that name.
I've heard that name, but I can't tell if you're saying the right name or not.
Oh, I know it's the right name. At least the thing I think that makes you a cut above the rest when it comes to not suffering fools gladly, is you can sniff out a lot of the bits where they're going.
I try.
You know what I mean?
I try, yeah.
It's a good thing. It's very, very good.
And sometimes I'll just yes and until I get the bit. And then sometimes I'll yes myself off a cliff because there's no bit there.
See, people love this inside the like the making of the show.
Right.
They like the
See, like right
What
there,
is-
I just went right just to keep you
Right,
going,
right.
to see if maybe the next breath would bring something.
What if sausage making was like hot and sexy? Would people then say, "Well, we want to look at the sausage making"?
They probably.
Oh,
would. They
I
probably
hate
would.
myself. I hate myself and what I've become. There's no-
Don't make this show your notebook. Come on.
Then even that laugh was like, it's never going to happen for you. People don't start podcasts in their 60s.
Or therapy.
Or therapy. It's an indication that something's seriously wrong. Ho, ho, ho. No. All well-adjusted people wait till they're having arthritis in their throat before they go to a therapist.
Right.
Excuse me, therapist. It's very uncomfortable. Can you turn down the humidifier? Old man Andy Kindler started therapy when he was 60. He's now 77. And he's been saying this. We joined his therapist pulling up in a Rolls Royce. That was my father's.
He's now 77 was where I knew it was sci-fi.
That was my father's favorite way of putting down my mother. Was like, oh yeah, wonder what the total is on this.
Yeah.
Therapy now.
Right.
32 years in now. And you wonder why I took so long to start.
I do not really.
But I think you would say it's been marvelous for me. Marvelous.
I think we've all enjoyed the curve.
Except for Joel Madison.
Yeah.
But by the way, apropos of nothing, if you know something is not going to work out, why don't you warn people going in? If you know it's not going to work out.
Well, you didn't talk to me about it.
I know. I would have assumed I would have gotten a warning.
I kind of thought, well, I'll have to wait for him to bring that to me if he wants me to know about it or weigh in. Wouldn't really be appropriate for me to just go after it.
Would have helped me.
Yeah.
Would have saved.
I could have warned you about this Megan Keister thing too, but no.
Oh, now that's too much. I'm having fun. So, yes, I think the morning is better for me. Yes, it probably is better to get me so early I don't even have time to smoke pot.
Yeah, see? Now that you're sober, you admit that it was a problem.
What is that part of your personality? Has to get the other person. Say, I was right. Say it.
That's the part right there. You just described
but does Allison
that part of my personality.
Is that what made Allison fall in love with you?
No, her ability to say you were right is what made me fall in love with her.
You don't need a wife. You need a mirror.
Hello. I do have, in terms of masturbatory self-appreciation, I realized last week that I actually spend more time listening to my little stings than I do making them. So.
Oh, first of all, your stings are so fucking great.
Well, thank you.
And you know what, though? Now, this is honest. I'm being honest now because I don't want to talk to you off pod about it. Should I go with the same one you got? Because it sounds like it's good, right? I know. Why haven't I bought it yet? Because I can't do it till I get my taxes and stuff done. You'll contact me off pod.
Yeah, it's fine. If you like the stings, then it's working great.
I love the stings. I also want.
And I don't use it to its full capability because I never read the manual. So you could do a lot more mastering and things than what I'm doing.
Sure.
Mastering and EQing and things like that.
No, I don't believe so. Well, that's going to be fun. I think it's a whole thing, and the thing that's amazing is how much more money we've been making since you started with the stings.
Oh yeah, exactly. It pays for itself.
I'm supposed to do this thing for Montreal next week, and I think it's going to be. There's going to be. Have you heard that? Here's the thing: the Delta strain is 4,000 times more dangerous, or something. Isn't that what they say?
I don't know if it's 4,000 times more,
but it's pretty bad. Susan said it's like a billowing of smoke is the way it seems to spread out.
Yeah, and
I know that we're vaxxed, but it's going to get bad. Why can't we go over 50%? Is there a specific? I just think, should I be worried, Josh, about the future?
You're doing a live thing next week. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, everyone will be wearing masks
inside the theater.
Yeah, because they have to in LA now.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Not me though.
Not you.
And that will be my bit. Well, how you doing, sir?
I get I'm not trying to get you to laugh because the idea scares me. Is really what.
What? Because you think I'll get it or something?
Suddenly my job is to make people expectorate in my direction.
All of a sudden, let me ask you. This is great. What could have been better? Doing this during smallpox?
I see 300 airflow diagrams, not people.
I don't know why you like Rand Paul so much because he's really getting annoying now.
I think he's just getting good.
Yeah, that is not real hair, right? I mean, you can't. If part of his law thing with his neighbor said no, that's real hair, and he claimed it wasn't. That should have been. They should not accept any more of his testimony.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
why would they make fake hair in that model?
No, I mean, your point's very well taken. That it's not. You're saying it's not AstroTurf and hair.
Right.
It's an actual hair.
Yeah.
Right.
Why would they make that?
Hey, as Barry Sobel would say in his bit about his father, saying, "Sizzler, that's how they get you. You can't eat the meat because you eat so much salad." And what do they do with the meat then? Resell it? I'm not a meat expert. I miss Barry Sobel, kind of.
I never really knew him. I met him a few times over the years.
Right. But that's true of anybody who's met Barry Sobel. That's it. That's Barry Sobel. You know him better than me then.
Right.
He's a ubiquitous presence.
He was.
Yeah, he was. Well, do you think what we had before was over? I mean, I hope so.
What do you mean?
Going to these stupid, not well attended local clubs.
Well, I mean, it's over when you say it's over.
No, I think we'll get back. I think it's hard to think about getting back into the swing of things when it's so unclear what's going to happen.
I know that you will actually have invitations to consider, whereas that won't be the case with me.
Oh, I can get you some stuff.
Great.
You're not champing at the bit.
I'm not champing.
Nobody's champing.
Yeah. I think there are people who are.
There are people that are because obviously you see people like coming to your town right now. Remember me? I was around for years. Now I'm back. Is there an air of desperation to my plea?
I'm very curious how many once the smoke all clears, like how many people actually just left town and moved away.
Yeah, how many people? Well, I'm doing that with trying to check that out with restaurants.
Yeah,
trying to see
taking a personal inventory.
I do because my whole thing is, and I don't want to brag about what I'm doing.
Hey, Drago, how's it going?
I don't want to brag about my fighting of type 2 diabetes.
I have type 2 diabetes. I have it.
Oh, yeah.
He's got it.
Because you deflated me last week.
How so?
Oh, I'm just kidding around. Right. But you said to me, don't think that Bialy is a workaround.
Well, that I stand behind.
Oh, no, but I found out a way to make the Bialy okay.
Eat half of it?
No, you eat it with eggs.
Ah.
If I have 2 scrambled eggs.
So you make the carbs a smaller percentage of the meal.
Well, it's good blood sugar-wise.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't make your blood sugar spike.
Okay, who said? And who told you this? I'm not disputing it.
Oh, Susan.
Okay.
What was that? I don't even understand. That was good. I don't know where you were going, but I enjoyed the everything about that.
Yeah.
But it turns out that walking is one of the best ways to fight type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, so I think that's a good thing. You got already in the hopper.
Yeah. No, you were never going to put that. You never were going to make me feel. But I'm up to about 4 miles a day.
Good.
And here's what I'm telling you: if you need a small part to something like a light, something in your house, and you know that the place over at Woodman in Ventura carries it, I'd be happy to do anything like that.
Well, that's good. I'll send you out some errands.
Yeah, but then what if they get the Delta strain comes back?
But then I'll feel guilty.
Delta. How about this song? You just come up with it. Delta strain. What's that variation you have now? This is how people would make money.
Yeah.
From the song parody.
Sure.
Could it be the COVID-19 from before?
It's a gift.
It's a gift. Can I return it? Hey, can you sing Down, Down, Far by the River? My grandfather loved that one. Can you sing down where people can't hear you? and your voice would never be recorded?
I did another minor plumbing repair today, and that really, I realized that's about all that's sustaining my self-esteem these days.
And can you explain it to me?
The range of minor plumbing repairs I've made.
Can you explain to me in case what was it? Because I'm fascinated. First of all, do you have one of those crazy? Is it a toilet thing or not? No.
This was a shower handle today.
Oh.
And there's also a diverter spout issue with a different shower that I've now ordered the replacement for.
What happened to the diverter? I don't know what that is. What happened to the diverter? Oh, the diverter spout, I think, makes the water go past the thing or something, right?
That thing you pull up to make it come out of the shower instead of the faucet?
You mean the buzzer to call my wife?
Sad, sad man. Sad, sad man.
I get laughs, Josh. Even yesterday, someone said, they said, we're going to do this thing. It's small crew, unmasked. That's my wedding night. That's not my wedding night?
Did it work?
It did.
Good.
I got the ha-ha thing coming back to me. Good. You sound like you're my coach. Good. Now you go. Now stop being an idiot.
Now try the end around.
And then the other thing, I was very happy. I finished a can of Gillette Foamy. So things are going. I think I would say I shaved very little during the pandemic.
I haven't. It has literally been years and years since I've shaved with a razor.
Yeah, but your hair suit.
I'm not. I have a shitty beard, but keeps me from having to shave every day. Yeah.
Well, you also, who knew that your lackadaisical desire to shave would fit right into this, to what the fashion is. The kids love the beards.
I'm a little surprised the beard thing hasn't died off yet.
Just as you said that, I had the same feeling. So what, Andy? Okay, you know what? I think something happened. Something is shifting with me, like a blood sugar thing or something. But can you feel it in my voice?
I can't.
It's terrible.
But now we know the cure for that.
Food?
No.
There. Yeah. That's her. Yeah.
On the beautiful.
They already shared their love. They already showed the love. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy.
It's all love, right, folks? Come on.
This is a song that Tommy and me and Josh wrote. It's not that I hope you're gonna come back to drink that extra cup of coffee that I made. It's just a force of habit to your habit I can't break. And because I listen for your footsteps doesn't mean it's strange that I stay home every evening, engaged in conversation we might make. It's just a force of habit, dear. Your habit I can't break. Your habit I can't break. Your habit I can't break. Thank you.
Oh! I'm very sorry, Josh. I hit the wrong machine. Can you call back?
Sure.
Sorry.
Josh,
Hi.
I don't have my headphone.
All right. Get your headphones.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good. You know, I like a day like today because, some days I'm running late, but today I was like, everything's ready to go. It's all lined up. Checklist,
Yeah.
headset, check. Computer, check.
All right.
So I'm ready to go, baby.
Fantastic.
Now, I'm very nervous right now that we're not recording because I screwed up twice. I screwed up twice.
Yeah. Why would you think I did?
Because you don't normally, you don't normally, you know how to operate things, but if I aggravate you too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like, God damn
I
it.
think I'm flustered.
No, I think it just adds, excuse me, just adds more times for it to go wrong.
I am recording.
Okay. You know what I wanted to do? Can I bring this back again? Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. That's how I would do it if I was that guy.
Yeah.
Good morning, Vietnam. How's everybody doing? Hey, everybody out there, anybody else against the war like me?
This is adenoidal Cronauer.
How come I'm so adenoidal today? Oh, you mean I just sound that way? Are you saying I have this kind of sound? Listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? That's how I sound?
I don't know. Who are you doing? Marlena Dietrich doing?
No, listen now. Think of a person and listen now. You ready? Listen, do you want to know a secret? I don't do it well, but George Harrison apparently sings through his nose.
Yeah, that's not a George Harrison song. Nor does it sound like him.
Listen. Wait, he might sing on that song, though, does he?
I think he goes, ooh, ah, ooh.
Oh.
And if, as you're positive, he goes, ooh, ah, ooh.
Hey, girl, you better run really fast. If I come after you, I'm going to shoot you dead. If I catch you with another man, that's the end. I'll shoot you in your head. Now, why was that a song?
I don't know.
Oh, you were worried. I can tell you're worried now. You're worried that because you think my enthusiasm, which is not based on, what would it normally be based on? ADD? No, it'd be based on my Adderall, right? Or weed.
No, I think you're still operating off the adrenaline of 2 consecutive mistakes.
That's true. And this is like, I'm not saying you're at a level of an FBI profiler, but you got me. You nailed it. You certainly ascertained. Oh, I'm starting to sound like my. Oh, here's another thing my father would say. You ready?
Yeah.
Dad, I'm going to go to see the Jets or something. Kel thrill.
Wow.
What a thrill.
Yeah, no, I got it.
You hate my father. Why don't you just say your father?
You haven't presented a great case for him, I have to say.
Really? Oh, he used to go to this one. He used to go. Oh, I was going to do that. I don't know. Something a kid would say. No, my father was very smart. He was smarter than me, and he let me know that a lot.
That's great. That's a great thing for a father.
Will you stop it with the sarcasm? This is the worst therapy I've ever had. Oh, no. He did a great job. Josh, would you tell me? I've been going to therapy for you for 7 years. So you tell it straight? No, it's going great.
You don't like my therapy, Andy?
Yeah.
Kel disappointment.
I like when you get a little hitch and you get along. When you get a little thing going that shows the joke's coming.
Yeah.
Very rarely do you do it.
Well,
because you don't have much.
Sometimes I have to lead. I have to force the card on you.
Would you go, and I'm not joking, would you go to Arthur Murray with me to learn ballroom dancing? I'm not joking.
Regardless of your seriousness.
I'm not joking.
No.
Okay, sorry.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to?
I'm not joking on either level, on either side of the comedy ledger. When I say
well,
no.
I took a photo of it was on Beverly Drive, where all those shops are and restaurants in Beverly Hills, right?
Yeah.
And so I look around, I look to the left, and I took a picture of it. It's like I was like Arthur Murray. It literally says it's 1957. Please leave your name with a mimeograph. Please take the mimeograph.
There was one in our very neighborhood until not too long ago.
What'd you say? What kind of neighborhood?
Our neighborhood
was what?
Had an Arthur Murray dance studio.
Oh, we did. Oh, I think is there still a sign?
There might be. It might actually still exist. Although I'm sure the pandemic hurt them.
I don't know why that's good schadenfreude. I guess if everybody else is out of town that you can root against, then that's a good one to root against. Hey, Arthur Murray, people.
Yeah, it's an amazing relic.
And I looked over, and it looked like the only building door there that was like a set. It looked like a set for the 50s for Superman. They were going to shoot a Superman, right. The serial show right there. Lois Lane, I think he went into the Arthur Murray. Nice. Now, I don't even know if Arthur Murray is a person. I thought he was a famous dancer, maybe.
I'm guessing he was a famous dancer.
Which shows there can't be that much excitement to the Arthur Murray story.
I would think not.
My
guess is that at some point he hired the prettiest ladies.
Well, yeah. I don't even know. I really actually would like to have learned, and I don't quite know why I don't know how to dance like my parents do. I can't. I've looked at them. I've tried to copy them. They're dead now.
How about because you have no occasion to?
Yeah, but every 3 years when you have a bubble, the bop bop bing, come on, everybody, get up, and I see my parents, and they were going like crazy, a boom boom ba boom with the Lindy, and then they were into the. They didn't do like. Did they call them certain dance? Yeah, they did the sure. Lindy and.
Did they foxtrot at all?
It sounds so terrible. It sounds like uncoordinated white people.
Yeah.
White people, get over here. We're going to do that foxtrot again. Oh, I find it just delightful.
Well, I mean, that was Arthur Murray's job, was coordinating white people.
Remember when Rosa Parks refused to sit in the back of Arthur Murray?
Ouch.
That's right? There's no funniness here. No funniness coming. Only a white guy about to step in a minefield. And the black guy's going, oh, man.
That was the proverbial slow motion train crash.
I know. It was good. It was good. Hey, folks, look, the point is it's funny, and they're controversial topics.
Right.
I'm against people sitting in the back of the bus.
I'm shedding no light on them. All right, Alex wants us to run a tight ship this week. So
okay, I'm sorry.
So
why am I sorry for being? You know what, Josh? I'm not apologizing for being the most goddamn charming guy in the world on the Western Hemisphere. This is my new voice for the letters. Okay.
Hey. Okay. But use that voice to cue the theme song.
You know what? It's time for. How do I do that?
I don't know.
It's time for. You know what, Josh? It's time for my favorite section of the show. It's time for viewer. What do we call it? Viewer questions.
Well,
and now it's.
At least you didn't fold under pressure.
It's time for questions.
What do you want to know?
We love your questions so much.
It's half our show. Half our show. Pickles says dill or bread and butter.
I don't like bread and butter pickles. I don't like things that are called dill pickles. I seem to only like Jewishy style pickles.
Yeah, I think of those as dill pickles.
Okay, but they're just badly done mostly.
Well, you might not like most pickles, but those are dill pickles. Like the things you get at a deli. Dill pickle.
Don't talk to me like I'm a moron.
Dill pickle.
No, I don't need a sing
I'm
song.
going to keep saying it higher until you understand.
I don't need a sing song.
Pickle. Soon dogs will understand and you still won't.
Hey, you're on. I can tell you've got it.
Esai76 says, as the official Mexican of Thought Spiral, Josh should know that I will commend him at this week's Mexican meeting for pronouncing Esai correctly.
Whoa!
Mainly as an example to the Mexicans who get tongue-tied trying.
And you know the reason why it is pronounced Esai is because I learned that that Spanish has only one sound to the vowels. A, E, O, U. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Now you could see how French could be hard.
Sure.
Did I put down the Spanish people?
I don't
know. I don't have a problem with
it.
I don't have a problem with the Spanish people, but you know what? Get a couple of Latin words in there.
You know how I know how to pronounce Esai?
How?
Because he told me.
Because he told me.
Yeah, but
because he told me.
Is his name I? It starts with an I, right? Isai?
Yes.
All right. You only can pronounce that Esai in Spanish.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Chef Blowhardee.
It was, you know what it was?
Firing up the grill.
Hey, well, who was it?
Chef Blowhardee.
That's a good one. Chef, and from me, Chef Blowhardee. You know, actually, pizza was invented in China. Chef Blowhardee.
Annotated MST says, describe what would happen if you two were suddenly in a Freaky Friday situation and were forced to jump into the body of the other for a while.
I'll let you take that one because I didn't see that movie, but I saw it with the lady from Saturday Night Live.
People switched bodies there.
Yeah, what is the one with the lady from Saturday Night Live who was on it? What is her name? Lily Tomlin? What was that one called? You know it's a thing. I'm not bringing up an obscure movie now.
I don't think
I'm bringing up a very famous.
I don't think there was a Lily Tomlin. Well, there was All of Me, where Steve Martin inhabits her body.
Oh, except for that one?
But they didn't switch. They didn't switch.
Oh, I don't care.
Or did they switch?
Josh, if you should give me credit for getting anything, even the name of somebody right.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All I remember is put it in a baking bowl. It's in a baking bowl. Put it in a baking bowl.
What? Is that for bowling?
That's from All of Me.
I never saw the movie. See, now I feel bad because I should have seen the movie.
Richard Libertini, I believe, played the sort of mystic, weird guy.
No, I'd like to have a Richard Libertini.
I think what it was Lily Tomlin was dying. They took her spirit and they implanted her in Steve Martin. So he was both Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin.
Oh, I don't think I would have liked it. I did like what's the one, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? I love that movie.
That was a fun movie.
It was very funny. You just said it was funny. I went, he was very funny. please get a new partner or something. Get somebody who's people won't laugh at.
Let me answer the question at least. I think.
Okay, go ahead.
I would at least say that Andy in my body would just revel in the bigness of it all.
It's roomy.
Yeah. And I would just go take his credit card to Jimmy O's and fucking max it out.
Boy, that is really. You don't have a good fantasy life in your head. If I got that Hassel's credit card,
what else?
I'd head over to.
What else could I do with your body? Come on.
That would be your first thing. Oh, this is great.
Why is my body walking to the pot store? Oh, muscle memory.
I guess the way to look at it is I'm compact is a good way to see it.
Yeah. Oh,
well, you did an excellent job.
Oh, who are you?
What? Who is that? I don't recognize that voice. Sorry.
No? Okay.
Well, this is a whole different kettle of fish.
Oh, you see? Now you're ignored. Now you know how I feel. What? Okay. Why would I ignore my own penis?
Well, you have for some time. You've certainly neglected it.
I never said I ignored it. I use it as is.
For household chores.
You know, I do a little pogo. I'll do a little pogo stick. All right. I don't know why I said that. Like, oh, is your back any improved or anything, or don't talk about it?
Old Jew Medical Corner. My back is improved.
That's great.
My back is now in day 2 of much less stabby.
Oh, good.
Yes.
And I told you not to stab yourself in the back.
That might have been the trick. That might have.
Let me do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know who I talked to this week on the radio? I did another night on KFI the other night.
Oh no, who?
I talked to Bill Medley of the Righteous Brothers.
Oh my God! Wasn't that great?
It was.
How is he in his 80s?
He is I think early 80s, and he's still doing gigs. He's got a. So I'm gonna go close out the career in Vegas.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Was he a nice guy? Is this nice?
He was very nice. I mean, it was a radio phone-in interview, so very few people are assholes in that situation.
I know, but I just think it's like
the other one.
Really love
and then we interviewed John Schuck.
How come I don't know that name?
He was a big actor in the 70s. He did a few of Altman movies. He was in MASH, the movie.
I know his name doesn't even ring a bell.
He was on Macmillan and Wife.
I would recognize him, right?
Played Daddy Warbucks on Broadway. You would recognize him, yes.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Did you say Daddy Warbucks on Broadway? Because I saw that.
Yeah.
That was great. You know, they said it was for kids, but it was like, I like it. First of all, I understand it.
Uh-huh. John Schuck, who's also in his 80s-ish, I would say. He ended the interview with, "All right, guys, let's keep those careers going." I just thought that's the way you should end every conversation in Los Angeles. All right, everybody, keep those careers going.
But he wasn't saying it as a joke, right?
No, I mean he was saying it as a sort of encouraging kind of.
Let's keep those. Keep it going for my career. How about that?
Yeah,
let's keep it going for my career.
That's more Kindlerish. That's not Shucky.
Do I need to jot that down?
What?
Whatever we just said. I think anybody could fool me just by saying what?
Yeah. Yeah, it is a pretty easy way to pull the chair out.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry, I wandered away from the microphone to take a sip of the coffee, but my coffee's in a silent container.
Well, but you saved it by narrating.
Well, you could hear it? You couldn't hear that, right? Can you hear this?
No, I didn't hear anything. That was good radio, as opposed to, I wandered away from my mic to drink coffee. Now I'm back. It kind of.
Hey, you knew when you signed up.
It detracts from your balletic coffee drinking.
Yeah, but you knew when you signed up that I probably would make some comments in the moment.
Yeah, but when we redo the lease.
We're not. This is not. Oh, I didn't even know there was a lease. Oh. You always get me on the. No wonder the first thing you wanted me to do was sign a series of papers.
That's right. Jason Part.
I give it up. take the. Can you imagine that court case? Me and you fighting over nothing. I want the name. Okay.
Jason Parton says, when you guys have to do some cleaning house of the people you know, how do you find the experience? I've had to cut loose a lot of people in my life lately, with more to come, and I've been told I'm pretty callous about it. Well, you sound callous about it.
The letter sounds evil. What is wrong? In other words, he's like, excuse me, Bertha, come over here. Bertha, what's that in your hand? Yes, that's right. It's some kind of polishing cloth. You're supposed to use it on my furniture. Stuff like that. Is that what he does?
What's that in your hand? I hope they're your walking papers.
Liz, I don't know why Liz would be the name of it. Liz, are you hungry? Can you go out and get us something to eat, but don't come back?
Yeah, it's a little callous.
You stink.
It's a little callous.
Was you sticking out?
I don't know that I've ever had that conscious a culling period in my life.
What you called it?
A culling period.
Oh.
Like culling from the herd.
Right. Oh, I never thought of it that way. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, there's been people who I've had to deal with where it's ended up I'm not going to hang with them anymore. But I
never get excited.
I never have a formal meeting to end things.
And it's never usually fun.
No.
Not fun to cut people, but he seems to be enjoying himself.
He does.
Who is that? Who is that?
Jason Parton.
Jason. Wow. Well, I'll tell you who I'm not going to be taking a housekeeping job from is that guy. You can't keep him happy.
It wasn't actually house cleaning that he was talking about, by the way.
Thanks for finally telling me. What was it?
He said when you have to do some cleaning house of the people you know. How do you
okay, I have to hang up the phone now because I can't even have a regular conversation. I thought for sure.
I'm working with Emily Latella.
Never mind, Josh. Never mind. But I will say one thing. My mind is at a disadvantage since it goes blank and I can't see what you're looking at.
Well, you could read along with me.
That sounds like a lot of work. No, because you have to go, here's the way. People don't know the sausage being made. Hold on, Andy. I got to find another letter. Clinching of papers, clanking, rewindings of tapes. Oh, here it is, Andy. Were you on? Did that take a long time? All right, sorry. Go ahead. Keep it tight.
All right.
I'm doing this show with my partial out.
You are?
How's it sound?
It sounds partially good.
I'm going for Mom's Mabley effect.
Ah, good. Boy. All right. We're off the rails here.
All right. Then I think you should say Tom the Tom, even if he hasn't written anything.
M. Ledsome. How about that?
Oh, delightful.
Candle songs or crayon songs? Just waxing lyrical. Needs workshopping, I think. Much love, guys.
She's a wordsmith. That's not the way you say it. Oh, I just realized what wordsmith means. It could be like a blacksmith. A smith is somebody. Okay, I'm going to give you a little historical lesson. Smith was the name given to somebody who was an apprentice. I don't know. Yeah. God damn it.
Blowhardee. Yoshi Yamamoto.
Ooh. Thank you, Sam Harris, of the old Sam Harris name from Star Search.
Yoshi says, lately finding joy in unloading on Adam Carolla. He's worse than ever. His wife left him a la Alan Covert, and he's crying about masks and waiters and making $30 on a $200 bottle of wine. I don't like kicking a man when he's down unless it's this man or similar men.
Thank you, Yoshi. Thank you. I'm going to check it out. That sounds fantastic.
On the Schadenfreude Radio Network.
He is you know what? And I'll tell you, him and Rob Schneider right now, when people are dying literally because people won't get vaccinated, just a month ago, these idiots were out there. Schneider, I think, has stopped tweeting, or maybe he started again.
Yeah.
You know, what is in your head that you would be tweeting things that are untrue, completely untrue, that came from your fevered soul or from some right-wing radio? It's just, it's amazing.
It's unfathomable.
I know. Also, it's unfathomable. That's what I don't like about it.
What? Tweet Bahara.
Tweet, tweet. Oh, we rocking the crew tops all night long, rocking and rolling, singing my song. All these things from the J Birch tweet. They come and say it's that Tweet Bahara. Boom, boom. It's not Tweet Bahara. Boom, boom, boom. I said tweet. That's what tweet. Woo!
Right.
I did it.
You did it.
I did. Didn't it sound like that the doggies were approving of my version?
It really did feel that way. Yes.
I almost got the that voice down a little bit, preschool voice.
You do the preschool voice while I go make sure that this is being attended to. Hold on.
Folks, I'd like to take this opportunity where Josh goes and takes care of the doggies in his house to say that I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm the greatest. How could my phone be ringing? Oh, I see. I just realized that even if I'm on a FaceTime call, that I still can have call waiting. So that's pretty good. Now, the thing about Josh is he's not a good kisser. You'd think he would be. Of course you would. Just, he doesn't, too much tongue. That's what I say. Too much tongue. That's what I say. I swear to God, I thought he was back now. He's not back. I thought he was hovering over the computer right now, making comments about me. Well, you know what? He's not going to catch this because he doesn't really edit carefully. Andy Kindler's a genius. 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 Andy Kindler's a genius.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. I just was fooling around, just talking nothing.
I'll find out later what you did.
No, you.
Andy Kindler's a genius.
Bob Dylan is a hack. Bob Dylan is a hack. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Robert Dylan is a hack. All in the doo-dah day.
Andy Kindler's a genius.
Tweet Bahara wanted to know, imagine the blowback if Mr. Potter wasn't so obviously a goy.
If Mr. Potter... How come I think I wasn't listening carefully. Can you answer that one?
Yeah, I don't know that it's quite the blowback you're imagining since it was 1946 America. But yeah, if he was a money-grubbing Jew, it would have been a problem.
Was he? Oh, he wasn't. Oh, I see. He wasn't Jewish, right? He was a good old Christian cheap guy, right?
I think we believe that, yes.
Oh, Goldstein Fields.
You're
going to be caught in Goldstein Fields.
That's right. And a happy Shavuos in jail.
And you said I was a tired of...
You once called me a warped, frustrated altar cocker. What are you but a warped, frustrated young cocker?
And you're schwitzing.
Come to me with nothing but $50 of change in a tzedakah box. Well, you're worth more dead than alive. Stephen Elton Yates says Mars has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. Does Andy know that he's thanked at the end of several cinematic Titanic episodes? Why was Andy thanked? And then there's a picture of the list of special thanks.
Why was that? Was I on that episode?
This is because you opened for us at Largo.
Oh, well then, with mystery solved. Mystery's been solved.
Yeah, Andy warmed up for us at Largo. As did Dana Gould and Chris Hardwick. And
okay.
And then Andy came back a second time because Maria Bamford ghosted us.
Did she ghost you?
No, she called at the last minute, though.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. That's ghosting. But, yes, so that's it. That's why it's happening.
Yes.
And also people, I get thanked a lot. You know, at the end of the Bible. At the end of the Bible, they thank me. I don't know why I did that voice.
Sethic the Third says, I've noticed the Jimmy Walker commercial with the catchphrases, insert Sting.
Ow, it's not TV, not TV. It's those commercials that get me. It's not TV, not TV. It's those commercials that get me.
When you each do your Medicare ads, what totems will they surround you with? I'm sure I'll have the gumball machine servo around me.
Let me hear a little bit. Let me hear. Hi.
Hi, this is Josh Tom Servo Weinstein for Medicare. With the uncertainty of the virus, you deserve everything you're entitled to.
I want to do these commercials. I don't want to do these commercials, but I want more people like Joe Namath has done them. I want more people to do, because Joe Namath's like, there may be benefits that you have not been exposed to. That's not the way he sounds, but close.
Tweet Bahar
deserve benefits.
Tweet Bahar is back to say, Andy, how do you do it? You must be some kind of genius.
Well, you know what it is? They have found out I have two brains. I have a backup brain.
Are you switching to it now?
Oh no, I thought the joke was over. Or not a joke, but I thought should I say the end after every horrible observation?
Yeah.
In my mind, it seemed like I wrapped it up like with a nice bow and a thing.
Gotcha. Shiftless Element says, it's not TV. It's those commercials where people pay back Jake from State Farm by giving him an absurd amount of perishable items. Does Jake have enough friends to feed all those pizzas? Does that lady own the butcher shop, or is she just a terrible employee?
She is the worst employee. Sorry. There's more, right?
No, that's it.
Let me tell you something.
Do I need to say I'm done at the end of every question?
I want to say, Mr. Shiftless Element, I am so with you on this. I think Jake, is it Jake?
It's Jake, yeah.
He's okay. He's okay. He has a nice personality. But these idiots who think they shouldn't even be allowed to drive, if you are that stupid that you think that do you realize that people work for insurance companies? They're not even real voices. They're just computer voices. They are doing nothing for you, Jake at State Farm. Well, now I'm more upset about it than he was. But they are terrible commercials. And still better than the emu commercials.
That's true.
Hot dogs are chicken. Ow, it's not TV, not TV. It's those commercials that get me. It's not TV, not TV. It's those commercials that get me.
Dan Marsh says, hey guys, you both arrived in L.A. about the same time. I don't think that's actually true. Were there many vestiges of old Hollywood still around then? Ever run into a famous star of the 40s in the frozen foods aisle?
Yeah, Jeremy Piven.
Yes.
Actually, I did run into the other guy at Whole Foods, but who's a famous? He directed Tootsie.
Sidney Pollack.
Yeah, that was so exciting. I loved to watch him, and he was looking at different. Like he looked at one thing of lettuce, and then he did not look like he wanted me to come up to him and say, "Hey, I'm a big fan."
No, well, I think he was more like, "Why is this guy fucking watching me? I hope he doesn't come up to me."
Well, that's the general vibe I get everywhere.
Yeah. I got here in 92. Andy got here like in 82.
78.
78, for God's sake.
Oh, you know what? That's so funny. I didn't even catch that part of it. I thought it was like you guys got to know each other. I didn't even realize that. I was like, no, we did come out here approximately this. No, we did not come out here approximately. Not even in the same. I think there's a 2-decade difference.
Yes, there is indeed.
But I should have, in other words, the point is I should have seen more of those things.
Well, in 78, there were actual 40 stars still running around.
Right, but I was so miserable, and I was taking bad acid, and I was not miserable, but certainly not doing tourism things or trying to hang out with people like Norman Lear was able to do when he hung out with. What was that? The first time he came out of L.A., he saw Charlie Chaplin or something.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Interesting, sir.
Do you think Alex just doesn't like our show anymore? Is that what it is?
Well, would he be wrong? You okay there, Skip?
Oh, no, I figured I'd done enough, and I'm annoying enough. Why go further?
Wookie Talkie says, this week I remembered an old commercial where the guy yells out, raspberry! Apparently, they're fruit and granola bars from 1983, and they had raspberry, red apple, and luscious date. And then there's a little still from it.
I don't even remember that. I wonder if that was national. No, I bet it was. Raspberry.
Yeah, I think it could have gotten by you.
I have those things in my mind all the time. Mikey likes it.
Right.
Well, that one you should remember.
Yeah. I looked kind of like Mikey when I was a little kid, so people would like to they would pull that on me occasionally.
Has he been brought back for commercials or various things?
I think they did some revivalism at some point. Craig Kelly says, please settle a bet between me and my good friend Bob. At karaoke, which Tony Orlando and Don song would James Mason sing? Knock 3 times or tie a yellow ribbon? Maybe Candida. See, it's adding the third one that made this really dubious that it's a bet between you and your friend Bob.
But until then, you were on board?
I was totally, I took it at face value until then.
It's his good friend Bob. You can't just come up with a name like that.
Exactly. You know, I know the words to tie a yellow ribbon, so that's a good contender. As opposed to Candida, where I know the word Candida, and it's repeated. And knock 3 times, I only know the chorus of.
It's something like Candida, take up and we'll lead something like that.
I don't think it is. Candida, Candida. I believe it goes like that, something.
I really think that this is a charming. We really need to go back out on the road with. I'll open for you as James Mason and doing anything.
I'm 100% in.
But are you still going to drink cheap Thunderbird? I mean, there's really good alcohol out there.
Yes, but Thunderbird wine has such an interesting taste.
I like the way he stumbled there for a second.
Michelle, Wise Carver.
I love you, Michelle. You are my light and my soul.
Gentlemen, you bring me tons of joy. I admit that I get super squirmy when you're verbally jousting and it feels real and mean. Then I remind myself that you are true friends and love each other. But sometimes I have to fast forward through those parts. Love to you both.
Oh, my God.
Michelle.
Wow.
Michelle, it's okay. Mommy and Daddy fight sometimes, but it's only because we don't agree. We still love each other.
I'm so well. The thing is, though, I was under the impression that people enjoyed when I would enjoyed those parts.
I don't think maybe people enjoy our actual tension points.
Oh yeah, those are
genuinely uncomfortable because we don't deal with it well.
But, part of me is like an network executive. Josh? Why is she fast forwarding through the thing? We've got to pick it up. Make a sting for that time period. These guys are not getting along too good. They like each other way deep down, but they've certainly touched off things in each other that they would rather left untouched. I don't know. That's a song.
It wasn't so much a song.
Well, because it didn't have a melody. Might have thrown you off. You can't just make a song by saying words fast. It's not really a legitimate song.
Polish Carpenter says Seinfeld.
I like that.
Yeah. I'll say it again then. Polish Carpenter says Seinfeld came out with a book called Is This Anything? Or rather, Is This Anything? I believe is how you'd say it. Claiming this was a phrase used among stand-ups back in the day when bouncing new material off each other. I remember it as a Letterman segment. Please comment.
I will tell you that I know that it was a Letterman segment because it's based on, well, we all know it was a Letterman segment, but it was based on the guy I mostly work with at Letterman, Jeremy Weiner, who they started that bit because he came in and said, is this anything? So they took the name from that.
Yeah.
So,
also where Seinfeld took it from.
Right. But I didn't know. I never knew Seinfeld wrote that book. I always thought it was like sign language or something.
No, this was his most recent, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, he's you know what, Jerry? You're late to the goddamn party, much like when you did the Father Guido Sarducci, the Don Novello bit. After it was over. I guess you don't know that one, Josh. You would have chimed in.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
He came out with him and his friends. They came out with a books exactly like Don Novello's book. It just happened.
Right, the letters from a madman thing.
Right. They said that they just happened. That, there's something they did on their own. But I feel like if something's out there, why would you put it out there?
Yeah. No, it was very Laszlo letters.
Yeah, exactly. Which I still love. I have it right on my bookshelf. I don't have a bookshelf, but you know what I mean.
Did you ever get the second one?
No. Is it good?
It's good, but not as good because plenty of people are on to him.
His original letters to Nixon and stuff. Oh, God. It's just so good.
Jordy says, welcome to the Thought Spiral Pentathlon. Andy Kindler versus J. Elvis Weinstein, announced by Mr. Howard Cosell, of course. Who wins the gold? Events, darts, pinball, bocce, miniature golf, checkers.
Today on Thought Spiral, some guy wants Andy Kindler, Roberto Dobison.
No, there's no mention of Roberto Dobison.
Oh, tonight in the final, I can't get the voice. And I'll come back next week with that. It's going to be great.
All right. Could you beat me at darts, pinball, bocce, miniature golf, or checkers?
I'm not. Both checkers I don't really think of as a game, but the other ones I'm not good at.
Okay.
I mean, checkers is a bad game. I just think it is.
All right. I'm not going to defend it.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't play it now, right?
I'd play it if someone set up a board in front of me.
That's the thing I don't understand. I hate board games. Why am I like this? That's made me depressed. Just you saying it.
Wow.
Oh, really? We have nothing else to do but some... Ugh. Let's stop being friends. That's what I would say.
Really?
No. I'm just trying to get some tension going.
No, just strategizing. Chaotic Neutral says, hey guys, I heard Dmitry Medvedev, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, and Zbigniew Brzezinski all had their flights delayed when Ayatollah School erupted in 2010.
Wait a second, let me get this straight.
And the guy broke the news over the airport PA sounded just like Huell Hauser. Thanks and good luck at JFL Thursday. With this bit.
I'll do it too. I'll ruin my career for the show.
Attention in the airport. If Dmitry Medvedev, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, and Zbigniew Brzezinski could all proceed to the white courtesy phone, I have some bad news about your flights.
It's fantastic.
That was very good.
Thank you.
You know what I loved about that? You did it low key and still accurate.
Thank you. You know what that's called? That's called nuance, my friend.
Oh.
No, I don't know if that's,
I didn't catch
that's
it.
what it's called, actually.
Oh, okay. I didn't really catch it.
Richard Cole says, if Three's Company ever comes back, Andy will be perfect for the Norman Fell or Don Knotts role.
Why don't you just punch me in the face? They're horrible roles. Are you saying I'm a bad actor? No, don't get me wrong. I love Don Knotts, but he's horrible in that show. And the other guy's not good in that show either.
Yeah, but I like them both.
Oh, because do you like it because you were young? You guys.
No, I don't like them both on that show. That show sucks pretty much. But if I had to on that show, I liked Norman Fell far more than Don Knotts. Despite,
Don Knotts,
despite his main gag being homophobia.
I don't know what's going on here.
But the weird thing about it is that not only was he homophobic, he was also seemingly anti-heterosexual with his wife.
I think you're reading too far into the. See, that's not in the original script.
No, it is. She's constantly.
Oh, I know. Right. I don't remember. That shows I have never. I don't think I ever watched that show all the way through or halfway through.
There was a cinematic Titanic joke, and I don't even remember the context, but my joke was, gee, she's hornier than Mrs. Roper, and it killed.
Yeah, because it's... That's very good.
You know what? I think young Alex is going to get his wish, because we are out of questions, and I'm not going to go searching for more.
Well, you know what? I thought I would do a crazy hang-up at the end.
You can do it, but let's plug your.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's plug your cameos.
Oh, by the way, if you're going to watch this Thursday, you can, and you're in Canada, I will be on the Just for Laughs. They're playing it somewhere. I don't know where they're playing it. Online, maybe.
And
Just for Laughs.
This is the alternative show you're doing?
Just the alternative show. Brian Posehn, Maria Bamford, and people like that.
Don't mention the cinematic Titanic thing to Maria.
Oh, I'm going to. You're gonna. Oh, I'm going to ruin that show. And
next up is a woman I filled in for.
Is that?
Yes.
Is that how I sound?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Welcome to the alternative show. Oh, it's really great.
Yeah, try to sustain it being different for a long time. Let's see how that goes.
Okay, what's more hip than an old Jewish man yelling in between acts?
All right. I'm sorry about that. So what you're saying is, so what else did you want to plug?
Well, I wanted to plug your cameos, and I wanted to plug your Instagram show.
What did you think about? What do you think about it?
About what?
I'm just kidding. All right, so I'm just kidding without comedy. Josh, he's mad now. I'll tell you right now, Alex is mad right now.
No, he's not. We're well under our regular show right now.
Do you really think so?
Yeah.
And I was so funny on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
So funny.
We're going to look back, and that first hour of this show is going to be referred to as the golden age.
Oh, my God. What is it like working with me?
Andy Kindler's a genius.
Bob Dylan is a hack. Bob Dylan is a hack. Doo-dah. Robert Dylan is a hack. All in the doo-dah day.
Andy Kindler's a genius.